Yeah, she's recording.
Right, do you guys want a break, or do you want to just dive right in? Okay.
Dive in.
Okay. My name is Joey Yap. I was born in Brooklyn and raised by parents who believe in this stuff. Okay? Raised by parents who bought that book every year. Raised by parents who took me to see people, to read my palm, take my birthday, to help me figure out life. And then these people, I don't know where they get their information from. Was it from a black box? Did they open a book? Like, did they check the web? Did they ask ChatGPT? I don't really know how this happened, but these people exist, and they're all older. You don't see young people doing this, you know what I'm saying? You don't see, a lot of them are from abroad. They may have been studying in Singapore, Malaysia. So I'm thinking, wait a second. I started studying this because I was going through ups and downs in my life, as we all have, right? And I was in a stage of my life where I was feeling, why me? Why is this happening? Okay. So without going through great details, you'll have to read the book. I found a master in Malaysia named Joey Yap. Okay. Now, if you guys have heard of Joey Yap, raise your hand. Okay. So if you don't know who Joey Yap is, do you know who Michelle Yeoh? You know Michelle Yeoh? Okay. When Michelle Yeoh was in Hollywood for the Academy Awards to get her, when she was nominated, she had an entourage. Michelle Yeoh is from Malaysia. And from the corner of my eye, I saw Joey Yap with her. So basically what that tells you is Joey Yap is this global English-speaking master who's basically taking what's been locked up in the emperor's vaults for all these years, as Joanna and Kenneth talked about, and is now sharing this with the masses. And I've taken a lot of courses with them to explain, to understand why is life the way it is. Okay? So over time, I felt like I needed a calendar to explain this to me, for myself, so I created one. So we're going to dive right in. So it's called Glow Up Golden. It had a different name, I admit. It's golden because of that song. That song that says we're all going to be golden, right? And I thought, what a great song out there, because the world is going to hell. Like the way Joanne and Ken talked about it, it's not just 2026, it's 2027. And given the stuff that's coming out of the vaults, it's really bad. So, so if you believe in that song, the reason why everyone's crazy about that song is because we want to believe that we can be golden, okay? We want to believe that there's still some things we can, manage or grasp onto. I'm not a fortune teller, I'm not a psychic, I'm a reader. And so what is it from Chinese metaphysics that I can share with you that you could use today, okay? All right, so glow up. The reason why it's called glow up is because that's the mode I'm in. I think people think about glow up, like the glow up mode is like the makeup, the hairstyle, the clothes, the exercise, the workout regime. How about this? This program does not require you to change anything at all, okay? So we're gonna talk about glow up days and then how to make those days golden for you. I only produced 500 of these because I had no idea how to explain this to the world. And it's personalized, and I do it one by one. All right, so here we go. Let's see how that goes. Okay. Every culture believes that timing matters. Every culture. Okay. And I built this to make it usable for everybody. So why is this calendar super special? So special. It's because it's personalized. Okay. The glow up days, which is a word that I coined. The glow up days are unique to you. And to get those days, you get the calendar, you scan the QR code inside the calendar, and I get it to you. All right? So here's what I send back to you. Okay, before I show you this, I'm gonna cover this for a second. Did you guys know that there are 4 animal signs associated with each of your birthday? Did you know this? Okay. So it's like the Western astrology. I'm a Sagittarius. You read the astrology for Sagittarius. End of story. And it's the year of the dog. Next year's the year of the horse. It's my year. It's, to me, that's just a quarter of the picture. It's actually less than a quarter. Your year, every date has an animal sign. Okay, the year has an animal sign. The month, the day, the hour that you're born, all has an animal sign. Okay, we got that? We follow this, right? So you might just know this. You just might know what year you're born. But what if you knew what month, day, and hour? You could look it up. Or I can tell you, all right? So So what happens is when you get the calendar, all right, the 3 pieces of information that I give you, that I hope you use and think about, is I come back to you and I tell you what animals it's usually 2. What 2 animals are your nobleman? And I'll explain that. What animal is your peach blossom? And that's a G-rated peach. So if you know what peach blossom is, like going out, hot, that's a G-rated peach. We'll leave it at that. An intelligence star. This is all I give back to you. And next year I'm going to probably amp it up. But I got to get everybody up to this point, and then we'll talk about it. Okay. All right. So but like Julie, I was born year of the dog. What do you mean by this? Well, it depends. You're a nobleman. You can look up yourself, or I'll do it for you. It's 2 animals. Nobleman is basically exactly what it is. Helpful people. Guilin, the Mandarin, I speak Mandarin. Guilin. So you're always looking, you kind of want to see there might be days when you're looking for helpful people, right? It's not every day. It is not every day, right? It's highs and lows in life. And you're looking for helpful people. What days are that? Peach blossom. There might be days when you're super attractive, super hot, super magnetic, charismatic. Wow, there are days like that. What days are that? Right? Let's get right to that now. Intelligence star. There are days when your brain's on fire. Okay? When you're like, there are days when you don't want to think about anything. Do you know those days, guys? Like when you don't want to think about anything. And then there are days when you have to deal with elder care or family planning or file your taxes. That's an intelligence day. So every day in the Chinese calendar has an animal sign, right? So when you get the calendar, I give you stickers. It looks like this, but here I'll show you what it looks like. Why did I do stickers? Well, because it feels like it's tactile. It looks like this. You get a sheet of stickers. I broke it up like this so you can see it, right? So you get some of these stickers, and then I'll explain how you use it. It's a little old school. I have 2 groups of people. Some people love the sticker, some people want me to make it digital ASAP. So let's start with this, right here. Okay, you open the calendar, let's talk about February. This is what a calendar looks like, right? Joanna and her team, Joanna can have it on a daily basis. I have a month-to-month basis. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna zoom in for you. Let's see here, let's zoom in. All right, so this is February, right? Today's the 12th. And the way Joey Yap taught us is today's a balance day. And it's a yin fire snake day. That's the energies of today. Okay? If you didn't know what your nobleman is or peach blossom, did I lose anybody? Are you still with me, everybody? Okay. If you didn't know, if you had a calendar in your possession and it was not personalized to you, how could you make the most of that? Just understand what balance is. So there's a day officer associated with each day. Today's a balance day. Tomorrow's a stable day. Friday is an initiate day. How convenient that is for Valentine's Day. 19th is the open day. 20th is closed day. 21 is established day. Each day tells you what it's good for. Okay? Well, so this is slowly getting out there, but you're one of the first few ones in New York City to understand this. Okay, this is advanced stuff for everybody. All right. So if you want to know what each day is good for, you just check the calendar to see what the officer of the day is. There's no religion. There's no God involved. It's just an energy of the day. There are just some days when you should just take it easy. Right? There's some days you shouldn't push it. Don't push too hard. There are some days that you should get out of bed and do it. Make it happen. Right? So how do you pick those days? And that's what this calendar is good for. Okay. So some of these days are self-explanatory. Closed day, wrap it up. Established day, remove day, full day. When I think of full day, I think of like my heart is full kind of day. So that's my way of describing it. A balanced day, which is today. Stable day, destruction day, danger day, success day, receive, open. Right? In the calendar, it explains all this. Okay? All right. So we talked about glow of golden. When you get your animal signs and you pair it with one of these days, it becomes your golden day. You follow me? You get your glow up information and you pair it with one of these days. Because honestly, even if it's a destruction day, even if it's a closed day, you can still make it work for you. My husband's here. Is he here? Hi, husband. Okay. Hi, that's my husband back there. So let me tell you how I used it on my husband, right? I said to him, said, listen, today is a remove day. Can we clean up the house? He's like, okay. so just sidebar, all right. So that's how you make your day golden, all right? So I just want to recap. Before I showed you as an example, Nobleman is snakes and rabbits, and this is for me. Snakes and rabbit days are my Nobleman. Let me take it a bit further. Snake and rabbit months are my Nobleman. Snake and rabbit years are my Nobleman. And if you have snakes and rabbits in your chart, you are healthy as well. Okay? And remember, it's beyond the year that you're born. Right? So there it is. Today's a snake day. So today is a day. And by the way, the symbol that I use for Nobleman is this telephone that says reach out for support. And guys, thank you for coming today. You are here listening to my presentation, this passion project of mine. Now, in the calendar, it's kind of smaller, but in the calendar, you'd be like, so Julie, it's a snake day, it's a balance day, it's a Nobleman. What am I supposed to do, right? You go to the page of the calendar, and you basically find the column for Nobleman, find the row for balance, and it gives you a suggestion on what to do. Okay? Do you guys have any questions so far? This is like deep. There's no history. I'm not going, because Joanna Ken did a fabulous job talking about history. I'm giving you stuff that I believe can be practical and helpful to everybody. It's created a lot of magic in my own life, right? Okay. So what I did was I basically blew it up so you can see it carefully. So they're columns for you. So snake was your peach blossom, and it's a balance day. What would you do? Or if snake was your intelligence day, and it's a balance day, what would you do? So there are suggestions in the calendar on how to use it, right? Okay. So let's see, I did that already. All right. So what I did was let me look at the entire month. There are snake days. All these animal signs, they appear twice a month, right? So let me just put my stickers on for myself to see how I would use it. So hey, there's a rabbit and snakes are my Nobleman. So I put a sticker here, I put a sticker here on snake day for the 12th, snake day for the 24th, rabbit day for the 22nd, rabbit day for the 10th. These are my Nobleman days. So what that means is, hold up, what do I want to use those days for, right? So you have to have an intention. I wouldn't want people to plaster their calendars with stickers, because you have to sort of have a reason for doing these things. You have to ask yourself, what do you want to use these days for, right? And so basically, I created this because there's so much uncertainty coming up that I want to give people hope. I want to give people a way to sort of look for ways to make time work for you. Okay, make the energies of the day work for you. The almanac is very much like the weather report, as we've heard. So if you knew it's going to rain, why would you go outside and not put a raincoat on or a umbrella? You know what I'm saying? So if you know that this is going to be a great day for you, how would you make the most of those days? You follow, right? So there are people I know who plaster, there are calendar holders of mine who plaster their calendar with stickers, but they haven't done anything. So what I wanted to tell people is you don't wait for the perfect day. Okay? You certainly think about one good action per day for yourself to do, right? Momentum matters. Don't freeze over this. It's so important that I repeated it twice, right? Don't wait for perfect days. And I want you guys to think that it's good enough for me to move on it, right? And don't let the stickers dictate your life, because you will run out. And I want you to start with an intention. Okay? So here's some examples on how to use this calendar. You want to announce a campaign? You would pick open days, success days, full days. You want to go on a date? Receive day, balance day, full day. Hardest full, right? Full day. Starting a new job? Establish day, success day, open day. You want to raise money for your film? You want to raise money for that theater? Full day, success day, open day, receive day. You want to open your store, launch your product? Open day, establish day, full day. There's so many ways to do it. You have to, so it gives you a way to plan. I have a friend who's going to launch like an Airbnb. And I said to him, how are you going to pick your day? His response is, I'm just going to pick any day. I was like, really? Really? Can we talk? Okay. And so I go dark. Now, how do you use those days for tough stuff? You want to end a relationship, you pick a remove day, destruction day, close day. You want to fire somebody, remove day, destruction day, close day. Declutter, hi honey, declutter, detox, remove day, destruction day, close day. You want to confront somebody, close that loop, sort of clear the air, you pick a balance day, stability day, a stable day, sorry, technically. Pay off your debt, something great to do for the new year, remove day, close day, receive day. So you will look for that on the calendar. You see what I'm saying, right? I'm almost done, by the way. So I talked about this at the beginning, how glow up culture talks about changing yourself. This does not ask you to change yourself. This asks you to pay attention to the quality of the day, to the energies of the day, and make the most of it. Okay? And it's rooted in Chinese tradition on timing, and it's not about transformation. All right? It's $34.99. I brought limited copies of the. Here's a QR code, and we'll be selling it outside. What else can I tell you? Is this helpful to everybody? Have you seen this before? Raise your hand if you've heard of this before. Okay, the experts in the room have heard of it before. And my calendar, hi Karen, thank you. So do you see how this could be helpful to you? You know, you have people like me and Joanne and Ken talking about the doom and gloom that's coming up. I'm not going to take it lying down. I want to do something about it. I want to make sure I make the most of my life, my family, and I look at this, we study it, my family practices it. It's created a lot of magic for us. I want to tell you a quick story. I started my worst job ever on a destruction day. And that's why I'm here. So thank you everybody for listening. I hope you found this very helpful. And I'm happy to
a lot of actual practices, if you're interested, please, feel free to, come up, talk to Julie. As she said, she'll individualize your, calendar. Also, she's selling it, out front. But speaking of, the front, we do have, sort of our one last kind of activity tonight, which will be a very, Lunar New Year music performance, piece of violinist, award-winning violinist. But then we will take about 10-15 minutes break. So feel free to get a drink, take a look at the mahjong tables, our exhibitions, use the restroom. But of course, as I mentioned, the performance will be in the lobby. So please also, we still have our vendors out there, our Bear, Taiwan Bear